All right, good morning, Harmon. All right, this first, we're gonna do some stations, some skill and some fitness stations. First one we have is a tennis station. You're gonna have some options. If you're at home, you can use a balloon for this. You could use any type of thing. You could use a sock ball that you made up on your own. You could use your hand. You could use some sort of paddle. In here, we're gonna use some tennis rackets. All right, so we have enough. You're going to grab a tennis racket. You have a variety of different type of balls. Again, if you're at home, you could just use a sock ball. So a regular tennis ball, a softer tennis ball, and a float ball. I'm going to use a different type of tennis ball. And for this challenge, all you're trying to do is you're trying to bounce and hit up against the wall as many times as you can. So that's that challenge. You're trying to bounce and hit as many times as you can. Some of the cues for striking is that you're to the side of your target and you're trying to swing forward. So if you're using your hand at home, you're to the side of where you're trying to hit it to and you're swinging it forward. Okay? All right, next station. In the classroom, the students are here. They're going to be rotating every 5 minutes to the next station. Over here is going to be a timer station. So we're going to have one friend over at the clock and one friend doing the hurdles. So hurdles, I'll show you our picture here that I put on our cone. Look like this. It's an Olympic sport. They also do it in high school. So it's a college sport, very popular, very fun. It's a different way of testing your speed. You also have a clock over here. So what you're going to do, you're going to start over at the wall. Your partner's going to hit the red button that says reset. And you're going to time yourself and see how fast you can go from one side to the other, jumping over the hurdles. When you get to this one, you're going to turn around and come back. So it doesn't matter for right now. You can jump over the hurdles whatever way you want, and you can see it took me about 20 seconds. So then when it's my time again, I'm going to try to get faster. You could do that type of thing at home. Pretty easy. You could set up some hurdles, even just putting some random things like pillows on the ground, or if you're outside, finding different, you could even use rocks, leaves, right? Different things outside. All right, next one. This one's kicking. So at home, most of you guys aren't going to have a football tee, but you can see we're working on kicking here. This is how they kick off in football. And so what you're going to try to do is see if you can find something to get a ball. It doesn't have to be a football, any type of ball. This is a football tee here. I'm going to set my football tee up. I'm going to lean the football back like it's in a lounge chair, a lazy boy chair. Outside, you could find something to lean it up against. I know when we've done it outside, we use like a little divot in the ground, like a hole in the ground to set the ball into. And you could also use a friend that can hold the ball for you, or a parent or a cousin or a neighbor or something like that. All right, when we're stepping, we want to step next to the ball. Other leg is way back. You're going to contact the ball, and your leg's going to come up and do a follow through. So step, reach back, contact, and follow through. And you can also do a running lead up to that. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you. I'll go ahead and put that back. Another option that you have at home is you can practice just step, drop, kick. So you could just practice dropping the ball and kicking it. So that's an option as well. All right, next one over here. We're going to work on our balance. Right here. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. Balance. So I have these cool little balance gadgets here. And you're going to go up against the wall. At home, if you're allowed to, the best option might be try to stand 1 foot on a pillow. You could try that. Or stand 1 foot on something and try to balance. Here, obviously, we're going to use our little toy here. And so the idea, you can hold on to the wall. You don't have to if you don't need to. but you're trying to balance up on this ball. And so I use the ball to start out, but then I can usually balance pretty good without it. Okay, so that one's pretty fun, working on our overall balance. All right, and then our last station here is going to be an endurance station that works on your heart and lung strength. This one's a pedometer challenge. So pedometer looks like this. A lot of people have them. They're pretty cheap, less than $1 at some places, like at Five and Below or the dollar store. You can find them there. I also have a pedometer on my watch. It tells me how many steps I've been taking. Most cell phones or iPods, they'll have a pedometer as well. So here at school, we have these ones. These are custom Harman ones. All they're going to do is they're going to press the gray button. It goes to 0. And then they're going to put it on their waist, like on their, where their waist belt is. You're going to put it on, make sure it's on 0, and then they're going to go running or walking or jumping or whatever they want to do for 5 minutes. And then when the clock beeps, they're going to look and see what their total score was. And so that's this station. You're trying to get the highest total score that you can. All right. So these are our stations for this week. We're working on some skill and working on some fitness. At home, what you could do is you could do 5 minutes with that. If you don't have a pedometer or you don't have something you could track that with, you're just doing 5 minutes of an intense activity. See how fast you can get your heart going, breathing, all that business. You can also do the exercise videos that I have posted online. All right, hopefully you're successful with this. Go Bucks. Have a great week.